they know exactly what this is. In 2011, putting four wheels to a cambered body shape, imagining how
Is
great
this
it
a
could
four
be.
door too that I'm seeing?
Correct. With, the front is faired in, and you don't have the pods.
Right.
But this was post-Aptera. I was already done with them by then.
Oh,
That's why
really?
it's, yeah,
Well, that's
Aerolite 3.
that is super cool. You can see how Aptera influenced a little bit of that styling and that shape. You understood and gained a lot with the fluidity in this.
There's some variants of it. There's three-wheeled versions, there's four-wheeled versions. So the shape is that's not where you get your intellectual property from. It's already public domain. And Aptera's IP is not based around the shape. That's a very clear understanding. This is kind of my nod to the GM Ultralight. That's why it's
Okay.
called Aerolite. And having had a contract and worked with AeroVironment, and Dr. Paul MacCready being one of my heroes was so influential to me as a young designer right out of Art Center. I got inspired in 1977 when they won the Kremer Prize, and they built the Gossamer Condor and then the Gossamer Albatross. The Condor won the prize for human-powered flight, and then the Albatross was the one that went across the English Channel. And years later, I got to work with that company.
Oh, cool.
And see parts from the original aircraft. They had a lot of hand in the GM Ultralight. And that's always been, efficiency's always been part of my thing. That's why Aptera finding me and me running with them it's a natural fit.
Just aesthetically, I love the cut lines and these break lines here on the actual product. So often those types of things don't really play as well into the final resolution of models.
Yeah. If you imagine, we had a team led by a guy who's been on decades of body programs for the Prancing Horse brand, and working directly with him for a body in carbon and seeing his excitement and respecting the intent and bringing the limitations, but finding the way to get past it. Working with Mark Botoso and ETP was magical.
I literally have goosebumps right now. I'm thinking about some of the horse brands' vehicles. What they've done in aerodynamics for years and years and years is absolutely exciting and gorgeous. Was the idea behind this cut line on the bottom panel, was that for like manufacturing? Was that a drop-in? Was that just for debris kick-up? Was there some type of manufacturing thought behind that?
I like the way you framed the question, because the answer is yes to all of those things, right? There's a debris kick-up, there's an access panel, there's a manufacturing concern, and a service issue. When you get, two birds with one stone, you go for it. And that's, again, when we talked about like no fake panels, that's kind of one of those things. Now, this was just a quick, fun aesthetic exercise, but it stays within a design language that I've developed for and around on the Aptera product.